Great to have you with us today, Kiton, Nicola, and Marco. Thank you very much for joining. Kiton, I would like to throw the first question to you. What was the inspiration behind this scouting tournament? Because we keep talking about grassroots football development, picking these talents from grassroots and nurturing them to become superstars.
Well, I think for myself, it was very important that we did something genuine, legit, and safe, if that makes sense. You know, you hear a lot of stories about fake scouts, fake agents, you know, people that aren't verified by FIFA, or scouts that have no affiliations with the clubs. And I thought, why not use my network to bring reputable people to Nigeria, people that have a track record of having success and basically helping players to get to the next level. It wasn't charged, it wasn't paid for, it was very free. So all we needed from your academy was to come and work hard and train hard and play well and impress the scouts. That's it. I mean, I think that's the best you can get of a chance to go abroad from Nigeria these days, you know. So yeah, that was the inspiration, just to help local talents be seen by the right people.
Right, so Nicola, we had over 200 players feature in this one. How easy or difficult was it, talking about your challenges in this one?
No, it was, we get used to it already, because this is not the first time that we are coming. Even in Nigeria, actually, it's the 7th time that we are here already on the scouting tournaments. And we also was attending more tournaments across Africa. So we are pretty experienced about this type of tournaments. So we already know how we're going to handle everything. And we know what is waiting for us every morning when we get up, what is in the morning, what is afternoon, the obligations that we have, and it's going okay, totally. It's every time nice experience.
Nice experience so far for you, Marco. I mean, a lot of time we talk about Nigeria having a lot of talents that we get to export out there for the sporting world to see. But it feels like Nigeria struggles with football development, especially at the national level. What do you think is fundamentally wrong, and how can we actually make things work better?
I think you should concentrate on the good work in academies. That's the most important, and that's the base of modern football. To have a proper schooling and to have like a technical and tactical knowledge before you send the player in the Europe. That's what in the past some African players and Nigerian players lack in the Europe, and adaptation was a little bit difficult for them.
Okay, but what you've seen so far during this period of the tournament, are you satisfied?
Yeah, I am. This is one of the better tournaments we ever visit here in Nigeria. We was in last 3 years, like Nicola said, 7. This is 7th time we are coming. Sometimes we even watched 2 tournaments when we come. So this is one of the better organized and one of the best by the quality of the players we saw.
All right, looking at more improvement, Kiton, quality of players that we've seen so far for these academies. And, you know, like we talked about it earlier now, we said having to groom these talents from grassroots up until the national level. But it feels like it's difficult for these players to break into the national teams. Most of the time we hear players who come up from the grassroots and they go outside the country to play their football, but not having to play local football, talking about the Nigerian league.
So are you saying we need to try and sort of like encourage them to play?
Yeah, so if there's a way we could actually have that synergy between these academies, even though they're out there, let's also have them play in the national Nigerian Premier Football League as well.
I think that's very important. It's so funny, we were also on a podcast with Shegun Odegbami, I'm sure everyone knows him, and he also asked me a similar question, and I just said it's very simple. When you have private individuals with, you know, a whole lot of cash flow that they can use to invest in these like local, I guess, professional teams, you know, that's when things will start to work better for everyone. You know, when the players are paid right, they're paid fair, there's nice infrastructure, the bus system to take them to and fro. You know, when they feel like you genuinely care about them, why not? They would like to work hard and, you know, want to be promoted to the national team as well. I don't think there's any problem with that. And I think there's also been an introduction of like a Super Eagles B team, which I have some players that play there as well. So I think things are going in the right direction, you know, so yeah.
All right, Nicola, I'll throw this one at you now. What is the next level for these players that have been selected? How many players have been selected, actually? Then what's the next thing? What's the plan for them?
Well, when we arrive, we're going to make some reports about them. We're going to discuss a little bit to see what is needs of the club for the positions and everything. So next level, I think, and the best bet for them is to come first 1 year to play for under 19 team. They need a period for adaptation. It's hard for them when they move from here. It's obvious because it's a totally different environment. Many of these guys first time leaving country at all. So coming in Europe is a big step for them from all sides, not only from the sports side, even social and everything. It's different, and they need time for adaptation. So first to go for under 19 level to play. 1 year to get some tactical knowledge, different type of coaching and everything, and to adapt on the different type of level. Because when they leave home from here, that's just the first step. They need to know when they go from here, that's the only first step. They still didn't make nothing huge. Then fight is starting. Then they need to go to make hard training. Playing everything, to give their best, and that's the way how they can make success to help to their families and to themselves at all.
Definitely. And Marco, talking about adaptability, it feels like it is difficult for some players here in Africa to blend with the European style of playing football.
Yes, it is, because it's a different approach and a different mentality. We have a different mentality even in Europe, in other parts of Europe. So we are not all the same, but we want all to play on the top level, even the guys from East Europe, North Europe, and guys from Africa, South America.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Kito, I remember one time I was on social media and I saw a football legend who said that he had stopped watching football because football is no longer how it used to be back in the day. That a lot of these players now become stereotyped. They play to coaches' instructions. With this kind of academy, can we get footballers who will play like the likes of Ronaldo de Lima, the likes of Romario, Ronaldinho? Because it feels like all these players, latest players that we have these days, play maybe towards coaches' instructions alone, no flair again.
Well, I'll be honest, I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Really?
When you're, no, 100%.
Okay.
If you're in a company, you're brought in to do a job. It's very simple. So whether you're an admin person, you're a salesperson, you're an IT person, or you're an operations person, you come in and you do exactly what they want you to do. If you want to stick to your flair and all that stuff, that's brilliant and great. Then go to a team that promotes that. There's a lot of teams in Europe, in Asia, wherever around the world that like that style of play. But if you go to a certain team, let's say in Europe, for example, and the coach literally just wants you as a right back to get up the pitch, whip the ball in, and come back and defend, your best bet is to do that, to keep your job. It's so simple. So I wouldn't say, be encouraged to not dribble as much or not be encouraged to not dribble as much. What I would say is play for the team first. Again, it's a team sport.
Yeah.
And then, there will be chances for you to do some flair, maybe when you're 3-0 up, hopefully, right? But if you're trying to win titles. And again, as you know, with coaches, they're easily sackable. The players will stay, but the coaches, they make one mistake, they're out. So I would say you should probably listen to your coaches and just play simple how they want you to play.
Nicola, you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, wow. Because I'm of the opinion that we should see more flair in football, because I used to enjoy watching the likes of Ronaldinho, dribble,
but
and all
if
of
everybody doing their job, there will be time when the flair guy, technical guy, can win the game. Yeah. So we need that to make him that chance to win it.
Okay, give him that chance to win. Now, for Marco, what should aspiring professional football players and their guardians actually look out for in terms of legitimate scouting personalities? Because Kiton talked about fake agents, and we have a whole lot of them across the world. So what should these football players and their guardians look out for?
Yeah, it's a problem worldwide. So the guardians and the players, also academies, should be very careful with what type of people they do the work, and what that academies, what clubs from Europe can offer to them. You know, it's always good to research a little bit about maybe past jobs of that league or that clubs who are coming and who are want to sign some guy or some player from here. So always there is a transfer market, and you can research there. Most of the clubs have their scouts in the staff, so you can check it there.
Okay, Nicola, I mean, we've talked about a lot of fake agents across the world and all of that, but we know the hunger to want to play outside the country, and we know that want for more money. So if any fake agent, in quotes, comes around to woo these players with even $5,000 or pounds, a lot of them will jump on it. So how can we avoid things like this from happening?
No, I understand. It's kind of hard when players don't have money and everything, and as you said, fake agents approach to them. Like that money maybe, as you said, like small money, and that moment means to them. But they should be aware that everything will come in right time, because they need to, as Marco said, to work with the right people who are really working that jobs. Not somebody who is just pretending that it's working that and want to use these players only for himself. So it's very important to be careful about everything. And as Marco said, like they have on transfer market mostly, they can check everything, and always additional checkings all across the internet is something what each player should do, and parents, of course, also. It's very important, because safety of the players and kids at all, it's something what should be on the first place.
Yeah. So where do you think Africa is when it comes to grassroots football compared to the outside world? Are we gradually getting there?
Well, what we saw, this specific this facility, it's pretty good. Like academy have really good environment. This scouting program was on nice fields, good hotel. We around the tour, like to see all facility inside of academy. And I could just say that if there is more academy like Beyond Limits with that kind of facility in Nigeria, it would be very good for your near future, because you will be product many good players. Because this what we saw is something really on a good level here, like that they even paying attention about education of the players, learning of foreign languages, IT, and that kind of things. It's not only concrete tied with football. It's concrete. It's like it's very important when they go in Europe or anywhere from here. Like that they are adaptable. That they are already capable to go in other way of living, like other part of the world. Right. So they are preparing them for life, not only for football. So it's also a good thing. So what I want to say, it's like that they, if there is more that kind of academies here, I'm sure that in some near period you will get really good talents.
All right, so we'll look forward to more of these updates from these football players. But I have two more questions, and I'll throw one to Marco. Now, a lot of times we see a lot of young lads who focus only on sports, but they leave out education. How important is it for us to blend sports and education?
Very important. That would be much better if all academies here, not all, but most of them, if they have some cooperation with schools nearby. So they take a look how the players doing in the school besides the field. So it's very important in your life. If you are you have some education, you will always be easier for you to adapt and even to be coachable, like coaches in Europe say. So to understand maybe some things much easier than if you don't have education.
All right, so it is very important for us to have a mixture, a balance of sports and education. And lastly, I'll throw the question to Kiton, and we talk about the future. What should they expect from the crew?
I think it's very simple. First steps first is to, as Nicola said previously, to get some players abroad to play for like a year under 19, get used to the, Serbian way of playing, get used to the coaches there, adapt. Adaptability is very key. So obviously once that happens, then any sort of things we're actually trying to plan for the near future will be easier said than done, because then there's a track record of success, right? We actually have something that we're also in the works for. Somebody actually told me just last minute that they also want to do what we've done as well in Imo State. I've actually not told you guys, so look, I guess you guys should plan towards this in the next 4 to 6 months. So I guess we're coming to Imo State next, and just trying to find talent and do things the right way. So yeah, kudos to all these guys around me making it happen. I mean, 12+ hour flights, waking up at 3 a.m., catching flights. So yeah, it's been great. It's been an amazing tournament, amazing event, and we're so excited to be here and just being part of the culture and the people. So yeah. All right.
So if anybody wants to look out for you, or rather to join the team, the academy, the program, what does the person need to do?
They can just reach out via Instagram. It's not nothing serious yet. There's no 50-page essay. They just need to reach out. It's a simple text, a simple message. Just say, hey, this is what they do. Obviously, tell us about themselves, who they are, how they think they can contribute in any way, shape, or form. And then obviously we'll review, look at it, and see if it's something that fits us, whether in partnership or being actually part and parcel of our team moving forward.
All right, because I was also going to ask about the support system, if you've gotten any kind of support from any private sector, anyone at all?
Yeah, there's definitely been support from, a lot of people. For example, Kule Shonama himself, basically he opened his doors for me to do the tournament in his facility. You can ask anyone, that's probably the hardest place to get in the whole of Nigeria in terms of booking, and we were able to have 3-4 days to just do what we wanted to find the right talent. There's people as well like Oba Emeren as well, Emeren FC, the Oba of Bucknor FC as well.
Yeah.
These guys are very supportive in their little way, shape or form. There's private individuals like Wale Ogunsanya, he owns Geoplex, that's oil and gas. Mr. Salahuddin, Abubakar's dad, he's also into oil and gas. So these are people that might not necessarily be football enthusiasts, but they sort of understand the work we're trying to do to develop grassroots players and do the right things for Nigeria in itself. So yes, kudos to every one of them.
All right, sir. We look forward to more upgrades and more of these grassroots programs. And hopefully with these kind of programs, we just might have the very best of players feature for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, because Nigerian football fans are crying at the moment because we failed to qualify for back-to-back World Cups. The first one was in Qatar. Now Nigeria is missing out in the World Cup that are happening in 3 countries, so not a good one for Nigeria. But with programs like this, we're very sure that we're putting football back on the map, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have great players playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and abroad. I'd like to say thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining the show today. Nicola, Kiton, and Marco, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you for the invitation.